Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams will go about things in the knowledge that there's nothing riding on it.
Yeah, maybe there is some scope for experimentation.
Yeah, I suppose something different to the norm. That would be an interesting prospect. It could get combustible.
If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. And here's DiMarco. Now it's Martinez. Ball comes in. And that's the keeper's ball. Pablo Fornals. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, Federico DiMarco is someone I consider to be an elite fullback. Even in Italy, where defending is an art, he's brilliant going in both directions, and he's got an impressive assist tally, and he's got solid defensive numbers too, so he really does make that left side his own, whether he's at left-back or as a wing-back.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Opts for safety. Bastoni.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
It's a good run down the right. Pablo Fornals. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Isco.
Inter genuinely seem like a side that's confident with the quality they have out wide. They certainly like their little intricate combinations and link-ups.
Well, that's the impression I'm getting.
Yeah, I think you'll want to make sure you give the opposition a different look with each attack, variation, unpredictability. You know, that's always key to success.
Not the most accurate pass. Can he spark a counter here? And here's Isco. And he shoots! He doesn't look too happy with that. DiMarco. Carlos Augusto. Zielinski. Anthony carries the ball down the right. Tries to play it through. Bellerin. Delivered low.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And this is Isco. And the shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
Sucic. Esposito. Marc Roca gets over and intercepts. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Shoots! Goal! Inter! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Inter Milan have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Carlos Augusto. And Bisek. Diouf. And it's Sucic. That has not gone well. Bisek. And Sucic. Well read. And the danger is averted. Diouf. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. So straight into the second half.
Seville can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Great chance! It's in! They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
We're looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
He's in plenty of space here. He's picked his way through. It is a corner.
There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. Defending of the desperate variety.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about. Seville have clearly reached a level of comfort in this half. Why not use the impetus to plough on?
It's their second corner of the game. He's there to head it! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.607 spettatori.
Just about up to the hour now. Llorente. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Mark Roca. And it's Isco. Pass somewhat off target. Barella. Zielinski. Carlos Augusto. To Barella. And it's Carlos Augusto. And Bisek. Diouf. And it's Barella. Now it's Diouf. And here's Barella. Isco. Barella. Esposito. Now it's Barella. Pinches it off him. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Diouf. Sucic. Just a quarter of an hour to play. He's found a way past. He's got away. Has a look up and delivers. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Inter clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And Martinez! And no! He had to, and yet he could not.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Numero 23. Lasciano il campo per il numero 14. Il numero 20.
Pablo Fornals. Anthony. And here's Lautaro Martinez. And he's got away from him. Real chance! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 32.
So we have movement on both benches.
Numero 11.
This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 7.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitute.
There's the header! Harmlessly behind.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Well read, nice interception. Bastoni. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Some really good ball movement. Now it's Enrique. Mkhitaryan. Foot in. Some good work on the right flank here. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Martinez claims comfortably. And that is that. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Anthony voted man of the match, and deservedly so.